Brain Checker Career Assessment Program for a student aged 13 years or more. So, who we are? Brain Checker is India's number one career counseling company, having counseled 5 lakh plus students. We are present in over 750 locations. We have 40 plus in psychologists and psychoanalysts on our advisory panel. We are recognized by CCPI, we are recognized by INSPA, we are a registered member of APA, and we are an ISO 9001-2008 certified education empire. The three-step career assessment program will involve a psychometric test program, a career awareness test program, and of course, an individual counseling session. The psychometric test will involve testing for a student's ability, his interest, and his personality. The career awareness test will involve evaluating student awareness for multiple career options that are available today, what career plans he has currently made, and what is the reality assessment of his career plans, and whether it actually matches with the current career scenario in India. The step 3 will involve a counseling session where we will sit with the parent and the student and we'll discuss the psychometric test analysis report, we'll discuss the multiple career options, and we'll tell them how to make a perfect career path. The step 1 is the psychometric test. So let's see what is a psychometric test. Psychometrics is the branch of psychology that deals with the design, administration, and interpretation of quantitative tests for the measurement of psychological variables such as intelligence, aptitude, interest, and personality traits. So, Dr. Jeffrey Smith is the inventor of this program. He is a PhD in psychology. So, let's
Hi,
watch.
I'm Dr. Jeffrey Smith. I'm a clinical psychologist with over 20 years of experience in developing and then administering psychological battery on students and adults alike. And I have been associated with several schools, leading universities, predominantly in Southeast Asia. And in 2016, I had co-developed CIQT, or Caliber Intelligence Quotient Test for Brain Checker, along with Dr. Jonathan Oliver for Indian students. And I'm excited to state that I have now collaborated again with Brain Checker to launch an advanced, improved version of CIQT, also known as the Brain Checker Psychometric Test. Now, the key inclusions in this 90-minute test, apart from helping students identify their IQ score, are the Jungian Personality Inventory and the Holland Occupational Codes. Brain Checker Psychometric Test is a combination of IQ plus personality inventory plus occupation codes, which gives us a nearly perfect picture of what career would ideally match the student's intelligence, their personality, and their temperament. And it's offered in English and Hindi. The Brain Checker Psychometric Test is a tested product, which has been validated and ratified with its recent implementation in schools in India. And I would like to wish the Brain Checker team success in their endeavor to promote Brain Checker psychometric tests to help students make informed career plans across towns and cities in India. All the best to them. And thank you.
So, let's take a quick overview of the test. Test is divided into 12 sections. It will test your left brain ability, your right brain ability, your interest, as well your personality code. It's a computer-based test. It's an offline test. It's a self-explanatory test. The test is of 90-minute durations, divided into 12 sections. 275 questions to be solved in 90 minutes. It will test your logical brain, creative brain, interest, and personality. Now, section 1 to 10 will test your ability and IQ. Why it's important? IQ gives you where you stand in the global population. If you score anywhere between 85 to 115, you are definitely amongst the 68% of the population. If you score more than that, you are amongst the luckiest few, like the 14% of the population, 2% of the population, and even if you are a genius, you just belong to the 0.5% of the population. It will also give you the estimates of your intelligence, how you have inherited it, with how much percentage of your intelligence has been inherited naturally or through genetic factors, and how much part of intelligence has been inherited through environmental factors. The IQ will give you an idea about which particular sub measures, if you are choosing, will be more easier for you. This is the list of average IQ and the compatible measures, that is global data. So the ability test parameters is divided into 10 sections. You will be testing your retention, sensing, word understanding or reading comprehension, spatial patterns, numerical handling, spatial observation, logical observation, spatial correlation, automatic chronology, and creative application. So we'll test the entire spectrum of the intelligence. Now the section 11 will test the interest inventory based on Dr. John Halland's RASEC theory, where he divided human personality into six different types, and the organization or the society, it also have six different environments. So if the person with the realistic traits is working in an environment which is more realistic, he will do much good. Likewise, the hexagon, the two traits nearest to your primary personality will give you the ideal combination of which particular job or the career to follow. Now let's watch a video to understand it better. So let's watch it.
If your highest score is realistic, you are a technical person. Firstly, you would be comfortable working with plants, animals, and physical activities like handling tools and machinery. You place great value on practical and physical things like material goods, tools, equipment, machines, as well as plants and animals. As a realistic person, you possess good practical technical skills. People who score highest in realistic usually consider themselves as down-to-earth, realistic, and practical people with strong technical abilities. Therefore, jobs and work environments that you could excel in will be those that are most often related to practical technical careers. These could include, for example, areas related to carpentry, culinary, horticulture, infocom technologies, machinery, veterinary. If your highest score is investigative, you have an unquenchable thirst for knowledge. Firstly, you would be comfortable in knowing the why and the how. You enjoy reading, immersing yourself in theory, as well as understanding context, discussions, and debates. As an investigative person, knowledge, critical assessment ability, and liberal attitudes are important to you. You're likely to be proficient in languages and adept at understanding and solving scholarly problems. People who score highest in investigative usually consider themselves intellectuals and contemplatives. Therefore, jobs and work environments that you could excel in will be those that are most often related to academic professions within the natural sciences, social sciences, and cultural studies. These could include, for example, areas related to engineering, medicine, law, languages, research and development, sciences. If your highest score is artistic, you make things beautiful. Firstly, you're comfortable in expressing yourself. You have a need to express your creative juices through shapes, colors, pictures, words, or music. You possess strong artistic abilities and place great value on imagination, creativity, freedom, and aesthetics. People who score highest in artistic usually consider themselves expressive, original, and independent. Therefore, jobs and work environments that you could excel in will be those that require your artistic talent, imagination, and creativity. These could include, for example, areas related to acting, architecture, authoring, designing, music. If your highest score is for social, you love caring for the people around you. Firstly, you would be comfortable giving advice, helping and supporting other people. Being appreciated by others and the respect for values and feelings are important to you. Your love in interacting with people also gives you an aptitude for providing care and services. People who are social usually consider themselves helpful, patient, friendly, and loyal. Therefore, jobs and work environments that you could excel in will be those that are most often related to people. These could include, for example, areas related to education, training and development, social services, healthcare, public services, human resources. If your highest score is enterprising, you are a visionary. Firstly, you would be comfortable directing and motivating others. You would also be comfortable selling things or ideas. You place great value on responsibility, high working capacity, success, and recognition. Possessing these attributes gives you an aptitude for leadership, management, and sales. People who score highest in enterprising usually consider themselves as energetic, ambitious, and social people. Therefore, jobs and work environments that you could excel in will be those that are most often related to management and sales. These could include, for example, areas related to entrepreneurship, management, marketing, consultancy, sales. If your highest score is conventional, you bring order to a messy world. Firstly, you would be comfortable working with numbers, data, facts, and office administrative tools. You place great value on order, accuracy, defined goals, and framework. Your need for structure makes you someone who's adept at systematizing and structuring things. People who score highest in conventional usually consider themselves as tidy, reliable people who are good at following a plan. Therefore, jobs and work environments that you could excel in will be those that are related to structured, organized administrative positions. These could include, for example, areas related to accounting, administration, auditing, finance, procurement.
Now let's go to the section 12, which will help us identify our personality code. Now there are 4 dimensions of personality type: how we seek energy, how we think, how we value style, and how we actually judge or perceive things. Based on this, our energy style, we are divided into introvert or extrovert. Based on our thinking style, we are divided into sensate or intuitive. Based on our values style, we are divided into thinking or feeling person. And based on our lifestyle, we are divided into perceiving and judging. This gives a combination of 4 letter codes, which is basically our personality code. So there are 16 types of personality code. Now INTJ is the rarest type of personality code, which is formed in the global population, and ISFJ are the most frequently found population. So now let's again watch a video to find out how personality code helps determine which career you should choose. So how we make career recommendations? Once you have given the psychometric test, we analyze it, we take the scores of your ability, your interests, and your personality code, and we sort the careers which are matching those scores. Then we put it into our artificial intelligence engine, which gives us the recommended careers, which are again divided into three parts. Some of the careers will be five-star rated, which is the most recommended career. Whether if you are pursuing those careers, you will be highly successful as well as very satisfied. Recommended careers are those careers where you will be very successful but not satisfied very much. Least recommended careers are generally the careers where you won't be very successful and won't be satisfied. But still, these if you are not able to pursue those two careers, you can again even pursue these three careers and you can still test a bit of success. But if you pursue these five careers plus these five careers, you will be very successful. So we'll give you a 22-page analysis report which will consist of your left brain score, your right brain score, your composite IQ score, your interest assessment, your personality assessment, and your cross comparative with 200 career recommendations. Now the second step will be your career awareness test, because many people influence you on what you will study, but in the end it is who is going to make the decision. The future will tell you if your choice is right or wrong, but will always be. But you will always be satisfied that you at least made a career choice based on your evaluation of your personality, your interest and ability. And the chances of your getting success in those careers is very, very high. So career awareness test, the objective of test is of course to assess the career awareness of a student with regard to over 400,000 available 21st century careers and evaluate the readiness of his to his or her own career plan. The format will be a written test. This will be of 30-minute duration. You will be given a question sheet where you have to put the answer in that question sheet only. It's divided into three sections where it will test your awareness of available career options. If you have made any career plans till now, then we'll evaluate it and match it with the real career scenario today. The step 3 will be a face-to-face counseling session where the individual career counseling session will be held both with you and your parents, and will discuss the psychometric test report, career options, career plans, and reality assessment. Now we have been recognized by CBSC, we have been recognized by ICSE, we have been appreciated by Jawaharlal Nehru University, we have partnered recently with Haryana government, and we are doing psychometric test for all students from government schools of Haryana. So there are around 6,15,000 students which we are going to cover in the next 3 months. We are also partnered with Delhi Public School. We have done the testing at Mount Literacy School, at Ryan School, at Jamuna, when Hirajan Ambani School, at the New Era School, and now most recently we have done our tie-up with SFS Public School in Bangalore, which is one of the major school in Bangalore. And we have designed a very special package. The step 1, step 2, and step 3 all are combined together to give you at a very special price, that is the cheapest in the market for rupees 1,000 only. So if you are an individual, if you are a coaching institute, or if you are a school and if you want to partner with us, you can send your requisition or your questions to our WhatsApp or email. You can visit our Facebook page. You can even send me a connection request at my LinkedIn. And so let's send me your query, your request, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks.